I get this question all the time. Why do older women like younger guys? Typically, guys, it's physical only. If an older woman, especially a successful older woman, is messing around with a younger guy, 9 out of 10 times, guys, is because he's very good looking or is able to provide some kind of sexual satisfaction that another man in her life can't necessarily give her. So, like I always say, older women, recreational use only, guys.
The majority of successful older women will always prefer to marry a man who is either at their level or way above them socially and economically, so it should come as no surprise that they struggle to find a man who wants to wipe them out. Having said that, hypergamy is unstoppable. As a result, these women can't marry a man they think is below them, which they would call settling. As a result, older, successful career women tell us they can do bad things on their own. To which I respond, yeah, go die alone. I do not care that these women are unable to locate a man. They consume the beverage. The woman drinks too much and is chasing both their career and the bag. And in my opinion, there is nothing wrong with women doing that. Just don't whine if you have to eat by yourself with your cats as a result. Out here, I'm heartless. They chose this life, so all they have to do is deal with it or take the best men they can get. That is all I will say about that. If this isn't the case, and they don't want to settle because they can't find a man who is above them, then they should go and die alone. That is my position, and I don't care if anyone is upset about it, because women have no problem criticizing broke men. So why should I care if they are too successful to find a man to commit to? That is their issue. They are not your fault. Guys, it doesn't matter if you can't get the woman you want. Just keep your veins cold. This brings me to a powermoves.com article that is a very good RP article on the reasons why successful women fail at dating. Therefore, we will investigate it. Dating is not always as easy for successful women in life. The majority of us have either heard or witnessed personal accounts of successful female dating. Jane is that smart, successful, high-earning career woman who is terrible at dating and can't keep a good man. It turns out that millions of Janes are successful. However, why is the most successful one's dating pool shrinking as she advances in her career? Let's begin with the most obvious reason first. Women, more than men, exhibit a more or less pronounced tendency toward hypergamy, or preferring men who are superior to them. This presents an obvious problem because the more successful she becomes, the fewer men will be eligible for her who is at her level or higher. Interestingly, successful women find it easier to meet attractive dating options than average women do to right gents. This article has been spot on thus far. Because of hypergamy, women do not want to date down, and they will always want the best man they can get. However, women are unaware that men will be less likely to qualify if they have more money. These women believe that the trend will reverse and that more men will become available, whereas this is not the case for men. It is accurate, because you have demonstrated that you are valuable, and men who have money don't care how much a woman makes. The more money you make, the more women will be available to you. Thus, the womanist movement has deceived women into thinking that they are treated similarly to men, even though this is untrue. Women will never comprehend that success and wealth are not choosing signals for men because men and women are distinct. We don't want any bosses or submissive, cooperative, feminine, sexy, or beautiful women. Therefore, if the majority of them do not date, they will continue to struggle with dating, and that is simply the reality. Men who are ahead of them are what women want. Thus, the number of men decreases as she travels further. Women believe that a high salary and a prestigious college should expand their options, but this is not always the case. However, despite what they say, people's actions rarely match what they say. Women who are less than men prefer. Some men prefer women with lower intelligence. According to studies, men lose interest in women once they reach a certain level of intelligence. This is especially true if he believes she can outwit them. David Buss, a researcher in evolutionary psychology, says that even though men rated intelligent women highly for their long-term attractiveness, they still rated them as low for their sexual attractiveness. Okay, thanks. I agree with what he is saying because I wouldn't want to date a woman who makes more money than I do. This isn't because I'm afraid of her. Rather, I know that she will eventually tell me that she makes more money than I do and that she won't respect my authority because she is wealthier than I am. As a result, I am less aware that I will be treated. Why should I enroll in that? That is a deal only a self-hating man would accept. Therefore, I would prefer to date a woman who makes less money because I will likely receive better care from her than from her, and I will also be able to feel like a provider and a man in my castle. In addition, the majority of people are deeply opposed to her earning more money. This attitude is reflected in the fact that statistics indicate that men are more likely to marry women who make, or if you prefer gentlemen, women may marry men who earn more. That's the way things are. That won't change if men are shamed into wanting successful older women. The majority of highly successful men typically date beautiful, broke, and feminine women. Take Donald Trump as an illustration. He didn't want to have a final wife with old gremlin feet. Nope. My brothers, which one would you choose if given the opportunity? I don't blame him for getting himself a young, poor, pretty girl. Even though many dominant women become submissive to more dominant men, they still require more energy to tame, which is why men frequently prefer submissive women in the first place. Who wants to control a woman, gentlemen? Let's be truthful. Why would I want another bull in the relationship to constantly test me if I am dominant and successful? Why would I want another highly ambitious woman to find time to drain my balls? It's not complicated math. I wouldn't do it if you stop and think about why men avoid these kinds of women. Guys, I need someone who will be around when I need to confront that nasty nut. Not a woman who will inform me that she is too busy and that I will need to wait until she is finished. Oh no, not all of the bees. I'll take the bro chick who is ready to put her 10 toes in the air. After all, who wants a dominant woman who will constantly put me to the test, compete with me, and demonstrate to me that she is just as good at working and making money? Nope. Men have concluded that college is not worth the debt. Therefore, over time, they will be skill-based in blue-collar jobs that pay as much as, if not more than, these career women. But they don't want these men because they think they're beneath them. After all, they didn't go to college. Ladies, go alone to die. That is all I can say about that. If you don't take a plumber who makes 6 figures because he doesn't work in a big skyscraper or corner office, you'll go to hell on your own. At the end of the day, you will not get what you want, so it is what it is. I have the utmost respect for men who do actual work, like plumbing, electrical work, and carpentry. Contractors, truck drivers, and so on. The country would not be able to function properly without those men. As a result, kudos to the men who consistently show up to build and maintain society. Because this article is quite lengthy, I will probably write a second part because you guys are valued. Thus, watch out for that.